know, if the new year has you looking for a new job, you need to check out this resource first. Joining me now in this sponsored interview is Sheila Ulrich. She's with the Department of Workforce Services, and there is a virtual job fair coming up we do want to tell you about in just a second. But first, this is that time of year that a lot of people say it might be time for a new job.
Absolutely. January is the #1 month in the year where people look for a new job, either just to start a new job or maybe they're ready to pivot to a new career.
Well, if you're in Utah and you're thinking about that, you're in a good state.
Absolutely. Our unemployment rate in Utah is awesome, as well as our economic development. Like, employers are ready to hire.
What types of companies? Does it go across the board?
Oh, yeah, like the tech industry, aerospace, healthcare, government jobs, even my department is hiring.
Okay, so Workforce Services has partnered with Silicon Slopes to host this virtual job fair coming up January 12th. It's from 10 to 1. There are things you need to know, though, when you go to a job fair, even virtually or in person. And the first tip you would say to get you hired is what?
So the first tip to get you hired is to update your resume.
Okay.
So let's say this, you're looking at a job posting. All the information that you need to put in your resume is in that job posting. It is like the biggest tip I can give is you pull out those skills and qualifications that employers are looking for and you insert that into your resume. Because honestly, employers only look at a resume for about 10 to 20 seconds. So you need it to pop. They need to see those skills and those qualifications so you get that interview.
Sheila, that's it. They're just scanning it and putting it down.
Yeah,
we're spending all this time agonizing over our resume.
Yeah.
But you just need it to stand out and stand out instantly.
Yep.
What a smart idea to look at the job posting and then reflect some of the terminology in your resume.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, the second tip you say is prepare for your interview. Don't just go. What does that mean?
So two things I want to hit with that. So the first thing is research your employer. On our website, we have an economic data tab, and so you can research the employer from there. When you go into a resume, you need to know about the employer. This impresses them. It's like, oh, you've done your homework. You're interested in working for us. So that's my #1 tip. And then also, interview. You've got to practice your interview skills. So the #1 question that you're going to get is, tell me about yourself.
Like you know they're going to ask you that.
Yeah, so you have to prepare that. You need to prepare about a 30 to 60 second commercial on yourself where you highlight your skills, your abilities, why they should hire you. And have it practice. Like, I would recommend getting into your bathroom, shut the door, look in the mirror, and you practice that 30 to 60 second commercial.
Do it in the car on the way.
Yeah. Say it out loud, though.
Say it out loud. Say it to someone, and then you have to own it.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't be timid. You can't be shy about it.
No.
Do people say to you, I just can't get hired. I can't get a job. And what is your response?
So my first response is, are you getting interviews? Because if they're not getting interviews, that means something's wrong with their resume. So then I'll focus first on their resume, because a good resume gets you the interview. So if they're getting interviews but then not getting jobs, then we really do need to focus on those interview questions. So the 30 to 60 second commercial, like I mentioned. Also to think of, we call it SARS questions. So there's a situation, an action, and a result. Because often employers will ask you, so tell me a time where this has happened, right? So you need to give the situation that had happened to you, the action that you took, and then the positive result of that action. So again, it's all practice, it's all saying it out loud. And we have great interview workshops, we have in-person workshops, we have recorded workshops that you can just listen to virtually. There's so many resources.
Everything's on the site, all those resources on the site.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this next job fair is virtual. Is that different? Do you prepare for something like that differently than in person?
So the first thing I recommend is check out your equipment. You've got to make sure that your computer is working, right? Because if that doesn't work, it's going to be tough. But you can also do it from your smartphone. Have a professional picture of yourself, because you can upload that picture to you have kind of an avatar. Employers will remember you more if they have a photo to place to the name. So definitely have a photo ready to upload to your profile, and have your resume ready also, because you upload that to your profile. So everything's ready to go when the virtual job fair starts at 10 o'clock.
Sheila, these are such great tips. And they're even more on the website, everybody. It's jobs.utah.gov. You do need to go register for this virtual job fair. Again, it is coming up January 12th. It's from 10 to 1. But the website right now has over 50,000 jobs.
Yes, 50,000 jobs.
That's incredible.
Yeah, employers want to hire. They want to hire you. So come to the virtual job fair, register first, jobs.utah.gov, then you log into your My Job Search account. If you don't have an account, then you just create one, and the link for the virtual job fair is there on your homepage.
Easy enough. abc4.com/GTU will link you, everybody. Our thanks to the Department of Work Services Job Seekers campaign for that sponsored interview. Saray, what's happening in the